Hi all, and welcome back to the channel. I've been deep into Dragon Age Veilguard and I love it. Today, I want to share 11 tips that can make your journey a bit easier. Let me know what you think of the game so far. Now, let's dive into the tips. Tip 1. Turn on advanced combat text. It helps you understand the weak points of enemies and, more importantly, reminds you to target them because you'll keep seeing the prompt pop up. Tip 2. If the combat is getting repetitive, consider moving the difficulty to hard. It forces you to use more of the game's systems and mechanics, making it more varied and less repetitive. Tip 3. Make the dead zone slightly wider if you play with a bow and a controller. The auto-aim can feel forced, making headshots more difficult to achieve. Tip 4. Don't necessarily focus on just one specialization in your skill tree. You get 50 skill points, which is more than enough to branch out a bit. For example, I chose the Veil Ranger specialization as a rogue, but if you don't pay attention, you might miss abilities that increase your momentum gain. Momentum is what you need to use abilities, and you build it up by attacking. Since your attack speed as an archer is slower, those skills are very helpful for compensating for it. Tip 5. Every time you return to the lighthouse, click on the map to see if there is someone who wants to talk to you. Pay special attention to icons with a clock. These mean that if you don't address them immediately, you'll miss the opportunity. Tip 6. When selecting party members, ensure that someone has a primer ability and someone has a detonator ability. These are indicated by different icons. Especially early on, you might not always have this setup, and it makes a big difference in damage. Tip 7. Check out the merchants. They might have potions or food that permanently increase your stats. If you find this helpful, please consider liking and subscribing. Let's move on to Tip 8. When you return to earlier areas, do some exploration even if you want to skip side quests. There are statues with simple puzzles that grant a 100 HP permanent bonus when completed. Tip 9. Prioritize companion quests. Completing these quests can unlock gear and, in some cases, abilities that are extremely useful. Tip 10. Be aware of companion perks and how they synergize with your playstyle, as well as secondary damage multipliers. Sometimes, these multipliers only activate with specific abilities or actions, and knowing this can make a massive difference in damage output. Tip 11. Especially on higher difficulties, using the tactical pause is essential for success. Without it, combat can feel too fast. You don't just have 3 abilities. You need to utilize your party's abilities too, which effectively gives you up to 9 abilities, plus your ultimate and specific actions tied to certain button presses. Don't underestimate this. Use tactical pause. That's it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any tips of your own, please leave them in the comments. It's always great to help out others. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.